Alright, what's up y'all, LakerFan here. As I was about to today's video, we have the new secret dribble style that will change NBA 2K24 forever when it actually hits the game. Now, this is an anticipatory video. We are 9 days out from Season 2 of NBA 2K24, and I am anticipating that it's possible we see this dribble style specifically put into the game. Now, as you can see, this one right here, it has a crazy amount of like range that it can get on this offhand speed boost. It's literally just Magic Johnson, but better in every aspect possible. And you only need an 80 speed with ball to get it by the time that it actually does pop into the game. But as you can see, it really extends that second step off that speed boost. You can really just elongate it all the way into another run. Not to mention, as you can see, you can actually transition into it without even doing another dribble move or putting the ball on the floor on some traveling stuff right here. So it's pretty insane how that goes. Not to mention, it actually can move kind of decent to the ball hand, whether it's like a, just to stop and go, or to just do a dribble move into it and just run directly into it as well. And again, I'm comparing this to the Magic Johnson dribble style that we get with these wing builds, because as you're going to see, this one, you need an 80 speed with ball. As I already just mentioned, it's Devin Booker dribble style. It is not in the game yet, but if you take this dribble style's movement and compare it to the Magic Johnson, we're gonna have the same exact rating, same height, same everything on it. And as you're gonna see, it does still move. Like the Magic offhand movement is still pretty good. It's a little bit unpredictable though. It's hard to get to master and perfectly do it. And not to mention, as you can see, it just has some hitches into it. Sometimes you can see the movement on it is a little bit sluggish in terms of transitioning straight into the next one. And you got to be a little bit more vertical with this one. You got to really like get snappy with it and be precise with it. And as you can see, again, it doesn't really elongate the animation as properly as the other one does, in my opinion. There's a lot more stutter step right there. As you can see, stutter step. Boom, go back, stutter step. It doesn't exactly play out the exact same way. And not to mention, when you run ball hand with Magic, boy, is it slow. I mean, look at this stuff. It's terrible. It's really treacherous. You can't even do it, to be honest with you. And then another minor addition that I want to add as well is Magic's blowout dribble is terrible. Look at this. It is actually like pure trash. It's the most garbage thing I've ever seen. Same with how, again, like I said, his ball hand run is about the most garbage thing I've ever seen. What is making Magic so great right now is that it's got this crazy, like ability to speed boost offhand. But again, as I just mentioned, Devin Booker has the ability, if not more, to do exactly that. Transition a lot smoother, quicker. As you can see, I can cancel out of it and go straight back the other way, even faster. And again, I really do think it's a little bit more snappy, gets more range if you want to extend it out as far as you want to right there. And it doesn't have that hitch garbage that I was just talking about earlier. It's like one step and boom, you're straight into the end of the animation. And as I already mentioned too, the ball hand looking solid and decent. And then if you compare it to the Magic Johnson blowout dribble as well, as I just mentioned, this is actually not too bad. It's actually like doable, decent. There's at least some purpose to doing it. And now also real quick, I just want to take you guys to NBA2KLab.com right here, where we're actually going to show you these guys got early access to all the animations and the requirements they were going to be for them and everything, because they went to the community day, obviously. So as you can see, they have Devin Booker dribble style listed here as an 80 speed with ball. And as you can see, you can get it for the wing builds or even the guard builds for that matter. You can be anywhere from 5'7" all the way up to 6'9", so anything besides big. And as you can see here, it's listed as a future season dribble package right here. So some of them are obviously, the starter 3, where you have to hit the certain rep level. But this one right here is going to be in a future season, and I'm here to predict that hopefully it's going to be season 2. Now, it is possible it could be later than that, so that will be obviously unfortunate for the sake of this video if it happens to be. But I'm putting this out here into existence for you guys to be able to plan accordingly, because I think this is something that can absolutely change the game. And if you want to be on a build that currently uses Magic Johnson dribble style, which as you can see right here is the exact same requirements, but it's going to be gated behind 5 more attributes of speed with ball. So that's why I wanted to put this out into existence, just to plan and warn you guys essentially that if you're making new builds from the point that this video gets put out all the way up until whenever this happens to come out for this dribble style, you will be kind of catfished into making another build with 5 more speed with ball when it's not a very expensive thing, because obviously Magic is already in the game. And in my opinion, Book is better than Magic as far as every aspect that this dribble style can offer. So unfortunately, for those of you guys out there who have already maybe made like your wing builds, like your 6'8" or something like that, and you are then now stuck with the 75 speed with ball that 6'8" gets, unfortunate obviously, but I'm here to help people plan accordingly in terms of if they want to make like a 6'7" or a 6'6", or like more of a shooting guard pro-am build, something like that. And to let you guys know that I really do think 80 speed with ball is going to be a very smart investment if you're talking for the future. But again, it is possible that they hold out on us for the whole rest of this year, like they did with that James Harden size up escape package last year that I was waiting on for a long time, and then it took all the way until June, bro. June! Also, if you guys didn't know, I'm pairing up with the NBA 2K Lab this year, so you can use code LAKER for 20% off at checkout at their website. That's NBA2KLab.com. On this website is all types of really good statistical jump shot information. You can also test the jumpers on their website too. Plug the controller straight into your phone or to your PC. You can get early, green, late. It'll tell you where you need to adjust on that jump shot, or if you don't know what jumper you want to run, you just go to their jump shot recommender. You punch in your height, the jump shot rating that you're working with, and then based on the milliseconds of timing that you get, it'll recommend you a jump shot. So again, if you want to use code LAKER for 20% off at checkout, that's NBA2KLab.com. Appreciate you guys, and we'll get back to the video. So now real quick, I just want to take you guys into the builder and talk about the specific builds that are going to be impacted by this in particular. So we obviously have more ISO-centric builds that are going to be kind of talking about stuff like this because it's a very good dribble style for that. And not to mention, obviously, you're still going to be very nice that you can get those stop and go mechanics compared to Magic. Magic is looking really rough, and for these taller builds that are going to be 6'6" plus, because if you don't know, at 6'5", if you do get that starter 3 rep, when you get the Michael Jordan dribble style, you can get that as a 6'5" in particular. Nothing taller than that though, unfortunately. So you can't get the 6'6" and you can't get on the 6'7". And to be real with you guys, I think this Devin Booker dribble style is better than the Michael Jordan. So pending that it does come out in Season 2, this will be one of the best dribble styles in the game in my opinion. Probably only second to Kyrie Irving. And to get Kyrie Irving dribble style, you need a 90 speed with ball, and Michael Jordan is 89. So this is a very nice threshold to be hitting as far as an 80 speed with ball. And this is the type of build I was already planning on making for like more of a 5-out fun offense sort of build right here. So you can see it's the freaky stuff that we've already talked about this gameplay catering to 100%. Now to be fair, I am dropping this video on the day of the patch hitting. So there's going to be a huge patch. We'll talk about it in tomorrow's video when I can finally get a little bit of chance to recap the gameplay and stuff, because as I'm uploading this video right now, I'm probably playing the game and figuring out how the game is going to be playing after all these crazy amounts of patches that are going to be implemented here. But as the game currently plays, driving dunk meters are not very good. We'll see if that gets touched 100%. And then obviously driving layups are insane. So we have the 88 driving lay for the float game, all that crazy stuff, like a Luka layup package at 87 driving lay, and then obviously the fearless finisher on gold, all that crazy stuff. 92 post control to have the gold unpluckable and the post game ability on you. 65 driving dunk for, let's say, like athletic hangs off 1. 98 mid range to get every freaking shooting badge in the game besides agent and limitless on Hall of Fame pretty much. And then I guess Claymore too, and I guess corner. But either way, you get what I'm saying. A lot of shooting badges on Hall of Fame off this thing, between blinders, catch and shoot, Deadeye, Green Machine, Space Creator, you know, open looks, all that stuff. Obviously Mini Magician and post fade phenom as well. And then still keep the Halliburton pass style. We got that 86 ball handle for the Kimba escape moves, 83 for the Jamal Murray behind the back. Now 80 speed with ball or higher. If you want to just sit at 80, you could do that as well. I valued, and it's ironic though, because I made this build right here before I even found out about the Devin Booker dribble style, and I was just like, well, you know, it'd be nice to have more speed with ball and acceleration in my personal opinion, even if you are stuck with Magic Johnson or something like that. And honestly, I think it'd be a good investment. Regardless though, as you can see, you could drop it down to 80 if you would like. I'm looking at a pretty low to no defense type build right here, as you can see though. And the plan would definitely be to just put it in corner defense, and you're still 6'7" with 55 interior D. You should be able to hold your own. But hey, we'll see how that goes as well, because they are buffing close shots on top of that with this patch too. So we'll definitely see. And the standing dunk meter logic too, so we'll see if people start busting that out a whole lot more too. There's a lot of stuff to be addressed, so don't take this whole build aspect for, you know, something way too serious. That's why I'm just dropping the dribble style video today, because I don't know how gameplay is going to get impacted moving forward. So I'm just here to show you guys something that is something to look forward to even for the future, and this patch doesn't change anything about that. So 82 acceleration, 81 speed, you get that speed booster on silver, and then the, you know, 84 strength would be cool. I guess, like, it's not something I was dead set super locked on or anything like that, but I think the 84 strength could be a good investment in terms of the bulldozer. You got the brick wall, all that stuff. Obviously you get the physical handles and fearless finisher off the strength investment too. But yeah, we'll definitely see as far as all that stuff goes, because obviously I have to see how driving dunks feel. But just to address everything, you cannot get 80 speed with ball at a 6'8". Now this is why I was saying it would be so cool, man. I really think they should have done this, in my personal opinion. But this is why I was thinking it'd be so cool if our affiliation boosts could actually give you animations. You'd have certain situations like this where if you went Rise, you'd be able to get the 80 speed with ball through playing that, but that's not the case. So sorry to even put those words into existence, because it's not a true thing, right? So someone might have misheard me right there. But yeah, it would have been cool if they could have done that, but that's not the case. So If you're 6'8", you cannot get the D-Book dribble style, but anything 6'7" and below can. So at 6'7" is the most particular height that this is going to be addressed for. I think this is going to be for a lot of ISO builds. If you're looking at the 5-out style builds, I think this is going to make a lot of waves eventually whenever this does come out, because I think this is going to be a huge deal. And you know, the one I was just looking at in particular of the 6'7" with like just enough 3-pointer right here for the 98 mid-range, so it was 6'7" with a 6'7". As you can see, that's a crazy amount of like perfect investment thresholds that you can hit between having your mid-range at 98, you get the post control to 92 very specifically, because a 6'6" can't do that unless you go heavier on the weight. But then if you go heavier on the weight, it's like tougher to dribble, and then obviously we still have that 6'7" wingspan that perfectly matches up with that exactly, as far as the 98 mid-range we already mentioned. Anyway, besides that, obviously 6'6", 6'5", any of that stuff, you can still get that type of investment if you would like, because obviously if you're looking at 2-guard type builds, you could have elite perimeter defense, really good shooting, and then decent ball handling, like just good enough to get, obviously as we just said, 80 speed of ball, about, I would say 86 ball handling, and then let's say like 80-ish acceleration. Maybe you could go less if you would like. And we'll even hop back into my league real quick to kind of address this, and I'll show you guys the creative process right here. So let's just go ahead and we'll just edit my guard one right here. So let's copy over everything exactly as I have on the D-Book dribble style one. So we're gonna go over here, you hit the like edit player and go to use player DNA, and then boom, we're just gonna take the Booker dribble style one, because this is the unfortunate thing, right? If you guys want to see this real quick, let me lock the player in first. Again, I'm showing creative process more than anything right here, so I just thought it'd be cool for you guys to see. So with that displayed at the beginning of the video, what I was showing you guys are these ratings exactly. So 72 acceleration with an 80 speed with ball. It had silver speed booster. We'll actually just go ahead and show that for just visual proof as far as what you can see. But yeah, silver speed booster, as you can see down here, and then as I just mentioned, 72 acceleration with a 80 speed with ball. Now what I want to do is maybe tick it up a little bit. We'll go to like 84 excel just to maybe give you a glimpse of that, and we'll tick up the speed with ball a little bit as well. But we won't change anything as far as that goes. So let's just put H. We'll put H for higher. So boom, keep it as simple as that. Now we're gonna do a little cross comparison, a little cross reference. So as you're gonna see, we have one that has about 10 higher acceleration now, and you're gonna see like the difference of the movement is not super significant. It does look pretty good though, I will say, but obviously this dribble style is just meant to look good. And then obviously anything that you do ball hand wise is gonna be pretty impacted by this. So you can see it also looks pretty decent right here. But if you want to cross compare that to the regular D-Book one, here's what it's looking like just with that 72 acceleration that we had. So it's not too far off. I think the cross burst that you get out of this stuff, same way Magic works, it doesn't really depend on acceleration too much. So it's really more just about getting this big animation right here. But again, obviously there are a couple things that are still going to be kind of acceleration based. Like for instance, we have the escape moves, or if you flick directly to the side on your stick, aka to the offhand, and then run that way, you're going to get that escape moves right there. That's through the Kimba escape moves package. It's a very good one, as I've mentioned already in previous videos. And then we have the KD Hezi, so you can kind of like burst straight into just the movement off that. So obviously there are a couple things that are still acceleration based regardless. So I don't really recommend to go way too low on your acceleration, but as we just mentioned, it's not too crazy different in terms of what you're going to look like based on like a 10 difference of acceleration. So anyway, that is off video. Like I said, I just wanted to keep you guys informed, keep you guys in the loop on this D-Book dribble style, and whenever it hits for the new season, stay on the lookout for it. And I just wanted to at least put this into your universe to allow you to know that it's something that maybe you want to put 80 speed with ball on your builds that could get 80 speed with ball, but you just decided to go 75 instead, because I'm trying to save people from any encounters of like having to create new builds specifically just for something if I can. And obviously doing this video allows you guys to pre-plan a little bit if you're making your quote-unquote season 2 builds already, because you're maybe a little too impatient and you want to jump the gun right now and make it after all these patches have been done. But then you're going to get caught with that season 2 update, and then boom, now here you are with maybe a D-Book dribble style, and now you're like, oh man, now I gotta create another build, which I don't condone too heavily, obviously. I mean, hey, we're here to play the game, we're here to have fun, but you know, obviously I can't be a shill too hard or anything like that. But anyway, that's all for the video. I hope y'all enjoyed, and if you did, feel free to drop a like, sub if you're new to all noties, all the good stuff, and like always, try to 2,000 likes. If you made it to the end of the video, put book or put Booker in the comments, short support to my way through. Anyway, that's all for the video. Hope y'all enjoyed, and that, take it easy, man. Peace.